This call is being recorded.
Hello.
Hello again.
Oh, okay. How's it working?
It's going good. So I think we're all set. Do you think that this will maybe motivate the seniors to, I don't want to say behave because they're adults, but, like follow protocols and stuff like that?
Sure. I mean, I hope so, but I can understand. It's hard, right? I mean, we all have good intentions, right? And the moment we do something that maybe we wish we didn't do, it's not like that we didn't want to. It's not like we did it almost on purpose. Sometimes things just happen. Like you have all great intentions, and then something comes along, and you say, "Oh, geez, why did I do that?" So, I mean, maybe it's just we'll keep ourselves alert, and we know we only have about 6 weeks, maybe not even that, left. And if we can just double down, this is maybe the hardest stretch right now. Like you said, we're getting more vaccinations. But even then, I have to remind even some of my fellow senior citizens, even at 95% efficacy, that means 5 out of 100 people still could get it if they're infected.
Yeah.
So that if you have 2,000 people at an event, 100 people, and let's say you had everyone got in contact of the 2,000, you still have 100 people get infected, even if everybody was vaccinated. So I mean, vaccination isn't foolproof, but clearly we're moving in the right direction. As long as we keep moving in the right direction and we don't have a regression, hopefully we could pull this off. And I'm hopeful, and I think I really think everybody has goodwill. Sometimes it just doesn't execute perfectly all the time, but I have faith that the college community and the students will do the best they can to make this happen.
I think it'll happen. Thank you so much for chatting with me. I really appreciate it.
Sure, Scarlett. Good luck to you now. Take care.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you day.
This call is being recorded.
Hi, is this Kathleen?
Hello.
Hi, this is Scarlett from King's College.
Yeah. My name is Kathleen with a K, Button, and I live at 122 South Main Street or Road in Mountaintop.
Thank you. And could you tell me what brought your family over to Mountaintop?
Yes, ma'am. My parents moved to Mountaintop, to Glen Summit, in fact, where a friend had a home up there for my father to get out of the mines instead of working in the mines.
What would you like to tell us about living in Mountaintop?
Let's see now. Well, I mean, it was nice growing up in Mountaintop. From Glen Summit, we moved down to a home on Kirby Avenue, which was a dirt road at the time, not even paved. And from there, I went to Fairview High School for all 12 years. And the school is no longer there. The building, it burned, part burned and part down. And it was nice raising my children in Mountaintop. They all went to St. Jude's grade school. And then some went to 2 boys and 2 girls. And some went to Crestwood, and some went down to, then it was Bishop Hoban before it was renamed to Holy Redeemer. And my girls went to college. One has since passed away, but the other girl graduated from Bloomsburg, and she went on up to Massachusetts until she retired a year ago. And my 2 boys were with me to operate the business, the oil business. After my husband passed away, his father started the oil business. And when he died in 1977, my boys helped me and my mother-in-law run the business until my mother-in-law passed away.
What did you like to do for fun in Mountaintop?
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, the boys played Little League Baseball, would go when they were growing up. I played basketball in high school. And years ago, we didn't have any recreation parks or that until finally one was started in Fairview, where the ball field was. But other than all we had in school was basketball and baseball. and there were no other sports up here years ago. Oh, there were farmer dances at Graysdale when I was growing. Yes, there were farmer dances in one pavilion, which is gone for there now also.
My next question is, what is your favorite memory of Mountaintop?
Oh, golly.
I know, that's a tough one.
Yes, it is. It is. I'm just glad I raised my family in Mountaintop and instead of in a city or in a big city. And the people are always friendly, and we would welcome other people who moved here when the factories came, and we'd always welcome them to Mountaintop and met nice people who came in from out of town also.
And lastly, what do you hope for the future of Mountaintop?
Oh, well, there's so many new developments, and the hoping for more factories in the industrial park because there aren't as many as there are down in the valley. So hope they improve that so there'd be more work for people here, employment. So when they finish college, they can stay in the area. Well, I hope that helps you out a little bit.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good luck with your project. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so I have a couple of questions for you, if you're okay with answering those.
Yes.
Okay, can I have your full name, please?
Yes. Karen, Karen with a double dot over the A. Kaiser, Kais as in Sam, ER. Married name, Falone, Falone.
Thank you. So what brought you and your family to Mountaintop initially?
Well, actually, around, I would say, 1949, we started to visit, my grandparents had a cottage at Lake Nongola. And I believe my grandfather this would be my paternal grandfather. His house was, I believe, the third oldest on the lake. And so he had that beforehand, but then I was 2 at that time, and he built another cottage next to the original because they needed more space. And my family started going up there every summer for the month of August. And so we would go into Mountaintop to grocery shop.
How long have you lived there?
We summered there from regularly for about 17 years. And then we would go back sporadically. And I think the last time I was there, maybe 18 years ago. I still have family there who live at the lake, distant cousins.
Do you want to tell us about the lake?
Sure. Well, so I found this picture. The pavilion, so I must be about 6 then, and my twin and my younger brother participated in the pavilion would have this costume parade for all the kids around the lake every summer. Big whoop. So the lake itself is about a half a mile across and a mile and a half long. It was wonderful. There are tons of kids. So because we swam in July and my uncle and his family used the house in July, we would go up in August. But I learned to sail there. I learned to water ski there. We had swimming lessons. We would walk around the lake to Madam, what was her name? Something like Glowalkie for ballet lessons. every morning. We would walk to Storm's store, which I don't think is any longer. And we had a nickel. We could buy 5 cents worth of candy. Sundays, we were not allowed in the water until 2 o'clock because of church. There was a church across the lake and next to the pavilion, and the parishioners didn't want to hear children. So if we wanted to go get wet, we had to take a boat out for the Sunday sailboat races, which usually started about 1:30. That went every Sunday. And on Labor Day, now there's a New Angola Yacht Club, so that you pay the dues and you can sail on Sundays. It helps maintain the association. And then Labor Day weekend, there was always a regatta, they called it. Now this is so small, but big terms. So it was like 3 races, and the trophy for the regatta was named after my grandfather. So he had established it. So, and that's still going on, which is neat. Gosh, that would be back in the 50s, early 50s that was started, maybe the late, like 1949, 50. So I had, and then everybody would gather and have a picnic afterwards. I mean, everybody on the lake, both sides of the lake. But I have cousins originally. Originally there was an outhouse at the first cottage of my grandfather's. He bought it, or somehow had it from, and I'm trying to think where he was in the lineup of there were like 9 brothers and a couple of girls in there. But then I believe it was his 2 nephews then had 2 other cottages farther down the road, and they were the oldest cottages on the lake. Of course, now they're modernized, their bathrooms. I still don't think you can use a washing machine unless you can drain it someplace not into the lake. Because one summer someone hadn't hooked up, and the sewage, everything went in the lake, and we couldn't use it. We couldn't swim.
So out of all the activities you ever did, what would you say is your favorite one?
I think hanging with the kids, because we would all gather on the docks in the afternoon and swim and play and do boating, and it was a great camaraderie. And we did it every year. We would see our friends again that we hadn't seen all year round.
So my last question is, what do you want for the future of the area of the lake?
Well, I would certainly hope that they would keep the charm of the area. I know it's changed. But for me, my childhood memories now at this age are the things I look back on really so fondly. And I hope that I provided that sort of activity and those memories for my own child, who's now 30. I tried, but it's a different world.
That kind of reminds me how I grew up, because from where I'm from and how I was raised, like we didn't have any like TVs or phones till like we were much older. So we always played in like the Chesapeake Bay Creek and stuff like that. Yeah, so this is really cool.
Good luck with your project.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.